Hi guys, it is Gracie from Small Worlds Big Adventures, and today we're going to do a walkthrough of Lords of Waterdeep. Now this is a pretty iconic board game, benchmark worker placement game if you will, and while it may seem like a lot at first, honestly it is pretty simple to play. So you can see here it comes with this gorgeous board to play on. And then the box comes with this setup. It is arguably some of the most organized setup a board game I have seen has, especially considering how long this game has been out. And it comes with really strong wooden tiles, cardboard pieces for different tokens and coins, and then just some really high quality cards. This game is for 2 to 5 players. And it takes anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to play. The length kind of depends how many people are playing, but if you had a smaller game, you could probably knock it down in an hour. All right, when it comes to setup, you're going to lay out that board. You're going to shuffle the building tiles and place them in the little building tile deck area, and then you will flip over 3 of the buildings. So then you will go ahead and you'll shuffle those intrigue cards. Intrigue cards are sneaky little things that you get to do against other players and get you big rewards. So once it's shuffled, you'll put it in the bottom left corner of the board. Anywhere that you'd set a card, the board has it detailed with what cards go there. So that's super handy. Then you'll also shuffle the quest cards, and then you'll flip 4 over at Cliffwatch Inn, and this will be where people can shop for quests. Then you'll place 3 victory points on each of the round sections at the bottom. And once those are in place too, you will also take 1 agent from each of the players and place it at the bottom in their color specific areas. Everything else goes in the box, which you can just set to the side and use as a bank. For player setup, each player chooses a color and they get their color card and their color pieces, little agents. Now, how many agents they get depends on how many people are playing. In a 2-person game, just me and Scott, we get 4 to start with, and 1 goes on the track. Then our victory points tokens go on the 0. Then each of us is dealt a lord. This lord will give us a secret objective of what type of quest we should go after to earn extra victory points. This is a secret though, so don't show your fellow players. Most involve types of quests to complete, but there is one that earns you extra victory points the more buildings you build. Once you have your lord, then each player gets 2 quest cards, which are face up, and 2 intrigue cards, which are face down. Again, intrigue cards are sneaky little things, so you want those to be kept secret for when you're ready to play them. Determine who will be first player. Then, first player gets 4 coins. The little squares are 1s, and then the crescent shapes are 5s. And then going around clockwise, each person gets an additional coin after that. So Scott here will be pulling 5. With the players all set up, it is time to start playing the game. At the beginning of each round, you'll take the victory points and put them on the buildings. These may accrue over time, so what may seem like a not great building now, if it doesn't get picked up till round 7, could be worth 7 victory points. The rounds progress with players taking turns placing their agents at different spots on the map. Without any players having built buildings, there are 4 areas to get adventurers or different colored cubes. And then there's also an area where you can go and get money. While most places are pretty self-explanatory, some need some explaining. For Builder's Hall, you can go and build a building. You need to have the money when you go there to build the building, though. You pay the coins for the building you want to build. You place it on an open building spot on the map. You place your colored tag on it so everyone knows it's yours. And then you'll get however many victory points are on that building. Now, each building you build will give you a kickback if someone else uses it, so keep that in mind. When a building's been built, a new building gets placed down. No victory points get added to it until the next round, though. Now, another area that might need explanation is Cliffwatch Inn. It has 3 locations you can go to if they're open. However, each one does something a little different, but still gets you a quest. The first section gets you a quest in 2 gold. The second section gets you a quest in an intrigue card. And the last section allows you to remove all the face-up quests, draw 4 new ones, and then draw a quest from there. A really interesting place you could go is Waterdeep Harbor. Waterdeep Harbor is the only place you can go to play an intrigue card. And again, intrigue cards are sneaky things that get you big rewards. For instance, this one, I get to take 4 gold from the supply, and then each opponent can choose to give me 4 gold for 4 victory points. What's great about going to Waterdeep Harbor is once everyone has placed all their agents at the end of the round, you will get to move your agent to an open spot. It limits what you're able to get, but it also is a way to get a little extra resources out of your turn. Players go from left to right as to who went to Waterdeep Harbor first. Now, once per placing an agent, so several times per round, you can turn in one of your quests. To do that, you pay the resources. In this case, it's 2 adventurers and 4 gold. And then you'll get the rewards. In this case, it's some victory points and then an ongoing effect. Some will just be victory points, some will be victory points and resources, and like with this one, some will have an ongoing effect. Once you have completed the 4th round and start the 5th round, you will get an additional agent. So first you put your coins on your buildings, and then each player gets their extra agent. At the end of the 8 rounds, it is time to count the extra victory points. Now, you would have been keeping track of victory points earned by completed quests, but now it's time to reveal your lord and figure out how many additional victory points you get for those quests. Here you can see I'm dividing out the number of quests I've completed into ones that count and ones that don't. I have 3 Arcana and 1 Skullduggery, and because of that, I get an additional 16 points of victory. Now, Scott happened to have been the building's lord, so he will get 6 victory points for each building that he built. In this case, that's 4. That means he's going to get an additional 24 victory points. Now, have no fear. There are still more victory points to be tallied, though. You'll get a victory point for each adventure you still have, and a victory point for each 2 gold you still have. So here I have an additional 5 victory points. And that's all there is. It's pretty simple to play, pretty simple to onboard new players, and you'll have a consistently good time. If you found this walkthrough helpful, or if you like game reviews in general, or occasionally need some tabletop advice, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you hit that notification bell, you'll get notified when we upload videos. But otherwise, until next time.